Hello, how's everybody doing? My prayer for you and I is that we have had a blessed, prosperous, joyful, peaceful day. I know I'm looking a little tacky right now. Don't worry about how I look. I just want to get on to share the heart of God with you all because this is very important. God is saying that we have got to pray for our children. And I'm not talking about just the children you birth. I'm not talking about just the children you adopted. I'm not talking about the children that you foster. I'm talking about all the children worldwide. Did y'all see that video? Where those, I think it was three little boys who took that 5-year-old girl into a field and basically raped her with sticks, urinated on her, and beat her. And then her mother saw the little boys and asked them, have they seen a little girl? And they said no, told that bold-faced lie. They haven't seen her. Yes, I bet their parents thought that their children would never do that. And that's the problem. We got to stop thinking my child won't do this, my child won't do that. Because there's a devil walking around in this earth seeking whom he may devour, and children are very vulnerable, and they are even the more vulnerable when they're not covered in prayer. So we have to start praying for our children. And a lot of times, when these children leave here and go into an early grade, it's because their parents are not praying. Parents are not saved, don't have a relationship with God, therefore they are not praying. But we are held accountable and responsible for our children in the sight of God. And he gonna judge us on that. So I just want to encourage you to pray for your children and stop thinking my child won't do this, my child won't do that. Some of y'all kids are bullies and y'all don't even know it. Tormenting and torturing other kids while they're at school. Y'all better find out what your kids are doing at school. Find out what they're doing on them phones. Find out what they're doing on them laptops, computers. Go in their bedroom and see what they got up in their room. I remember my daughter was in middle school. She had a book she shouldn't have been reading. Done took the cover off of it and had the book up under her bed. And God told me what the book was about and everything. He told me, go in the room, look up under the bed. It's a book you're going to find. You know why? Because I was praying. I was praying. And when she did little stuff like had a boy in the house when I wasn't there, God rerouted me back home. And I called her because I was praying. I was praying. To the grace of God, she's living a good life right now. But yeah, y'all, we got to start praying for our children. Okay? Remember, all the children belongs to us. Because if we see something happening to a child, we're not just going to turn a blind eye and deaf ear. If we see them in hurt or harm's way or danger, we're going to get them some help, right? So all of these children belongs to us. So don't just pray for your children. I'm not just going to pray for mine. We're going to pray for all the children. Because guess what? We need to cover somebody else's child who's not being prayed for. That's all I have. Y'all have a good night.